Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we're talking about something really interesting, and that is using cryptocurrency to buy a home. With crypto becoming more popular, many people are wondering if they can actually use it for a down payment and what lenders actually need to approve it. So, to help us understand this better, I'm joined by Yvonne Choi, a licensed mortgage agent who works with top lenders across Canada, and she'll explain whether you can use crypto to buy a home, what lenders require, and why they ask for what we call a 90-day history of funds. We're also going to talk about some challenges that buyers might face. Plus, we'll discuss if lenders are becoming more open to accepting crypto in the near future. So if you've ever thought about using crypto for real estate, you're going to want to stay tuned for this video to see exactly how this is going to pan out. So welcome back, Yvonne. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us again today. This is a really interesting topic for me because I'm really not familiar with any of the uses of cryptocurrency, and I'm sure that there are many others out there that feel the same. With that being said, I just want to start with the basics. Can home buyers actually use cryptocurrency for their down payment? And if so, how exactly does this work?
So they can't directly use their crypto in the same way you can't just use some gold bars or a wad of cash from underneath your mattress. It
Okay.
has to be converted into Canadian dollars and sit
Okay.
in a bank account for at least 90 days,
Okay.
possibly more, depending on the lender requirements. And
Okay.
that's the only way that right now it can be used towards your down payment.
So good to know. We can't just, show us the balance on our app and decide send it over to a bank and
Can't
get
just,
approved for
yeah,
a down
can't just
payment.
give them your
Okay.
USB stick.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So good to know. So what do these lenders need to see when someone is using crypto derived funds for a mortgage?
So they are going to be looking for a clear paper trail and transactions going from when they left your account to your crypto and back. And basically, they want to see at least a 90-day history, possibly more, of where those funds came from. And this is largely because of FinTrack and anti-money laundering regulations that they have to abide by. It
Okay.
doesn't matter if it's crypto or large transactions, even in cash that are coming into your account. They need to be able to understand where those funds came from. And if there was another account involved, they'll want to see those statements too to understand the flow of the funds.
That's really useful information to understand because it sounds like proper documentation and clear paper trail is key when using crypto derivative funds. So if you do have crypto funds and you're thinking about using it as a down payment, number one suggestion is to backtrack and just keep track of all the transactions, I guess. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, we'll need to be able to see exactly where they came from.
Okay. So you've touched upon the 90-day history of funds. So um, can you explain why lenders insist on this and what buyers should know about it?
So this is to abide by anti-money laundering regulations. They want to be able to see where those funds came from, if it came from another account, how long did it sit in that account for, and where it came from before that. And it has to make sense, right?
Right.
Someone who is working a minimum wage job and you're seeing a lot of cash transactions or a lot of large deposits in their account is going to raise a lot of red flags. So
Okay.
they want to see, does it make sense? We want to see where these came from. As long as you have a clear paper trail and we can trace where all those transactions came from, you should be good.
So that makes a lot of sense. It's clear that lenders want to see stability, transparency when it comes to like these funds. So, but even with the right documentation, because this is so new, I can imagine that there's still a lot of challenges when using cryptocurrency for a home purchase, especially. So, have you seen any issues or roadblocks that come up for buyers if they are trying to use crypto in a real estate transaction?
Yeah, some exchanges or some hard wallets, like they don't have account statements. There's no way to track where those funds were when they were not in your bank account. So if that's the
Okay.
case, if there's no proper paper trail to follow where the money came from, you might not be able to use that towards your down payment.
The common information that I'm hearing today is paper trail. So in order to use this type of currency, you need to be able to track where the funding's coming from, where it's going in, where it's going out. So I think that's an important factor to keep in mind. Now, looking ahead, as crypto continues to evolve, do you think it will be more commonplace to use this type of currency in real estate?
I think it really depends on how the governments decide to regulate this type of asset class and how the banks respond. So it will be really interesting to see where it goes. I don't think it's going anywhere, but
Okay.
it really depends on how governments choose to regulate it.
Makes sense. So that's really interesting to hear. It sounds like while crypto is gaining a lot of tractions, there's still a long way to go before it's widely accepted in the mortgage world, because I'm assuming that this is not something that all banks accept. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
I mean, there's a lot of volatility and I guess uncertainty when it comes
Yeah.
to crypto. So most lenders are pretty risk averse when it comes to accepting this kind of down payment.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, Yvonne, thank you so much for sharing your expertise on this topic. This has been a really informative conversation, especially for myself, because as I said, don't know much about it. For anyone that is considering using crypto to buy a home, being prepared and understanding lender requirements is key. Remember to paper trail, track everything. So if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing and please feel free to reach out with any questions or comments below. And if you'd like to connect with Yvonne, all her details will be provided in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.